dear friends, dear brothers and sisters of the humankind. I speak in English because I feel there's an emergency to touch more people than just with French-speaking countries. So really, we are at a point where we need to take a stand. It's time for humankind to become aware that the future is in our hands. We have been for many, many years and hundreds of years in slavery. But now it's time to wake and to expand out of it. We can become free. It is in our hands. The dark forces that have been ruling the world for centuries and millenniums are just at the end of their power, because we awake. In fact, the story is that long time ago in Lemuria, we are all conscious beings, full of light, because we are aware that we are being of light, creating a mental, emotional, and physical bodies. But after the end of Atlantis, the destruction of Atlantis, 1300 of years ago, we just became trapped into unconsciousness, forgetting who we are and becoming a slave of the people we were considered like gods. We gave them power to control our lives. These people are like kings, queens, emperors, all the people of power, bankers and all of them, physicians, parents. We became the slave of the people who had power because we felt powerless. We felt full of fear and problems, and we said, "Oh, please help me, poor me, I cannot do it alone." So we were waiting for someone else to bring us happiness and freedom. So because of that, we became slave. The slave of the people who have given the power to control us. And these people have said, "No problem, just give me all your money, all your energy, and I will make you happy." And this way, these people have become more and more rich and powerful. These people are government people, bankers, all the people of authority, experts, and all of them have the same language as say, "Trust me, I know what's happiness, just obey." Obedience. We have obeyed to people since we are 4 years old. Children, before they are 4 years old, they should not obey to anybody. They just obey to the soul, to the power of the light that flow through them. And they're happy and they're smiling and they're ha, expanding in consciousness, learning and growing happily, freely. But since the intellectual power are raised 4, 5, 6 years old, we become the slave of obedience to other people than ourselves. Instead of trusting the energy of our power, the being of light that we are, we start to obey to parents, physicians, professors, all of them, and all say, "Do what I say you have to do, and then you will get a reward." This is a major trap. So we have followed their advices, and we have become slave, powerless, diseased people. I've said what life it is. I don't know why I suffer so much. But now it's a time to awake and to get rid of that. It's time to say, "I am who I am. I am a being of light in a physical body, and I have the power to create what I want. No more to depend on anybody. I don't want to depend on any chemical substances, on any drug that I could buy, on any whatever. I am the powerful being that decide stop to being the slave of somebody else." And it is because right now, thousands and thousands of people awake to this consciousness that we can allow our future, a positive future, to become free, happy. We are beings of light. We are not physical beings condemned to death and to suffer. We are beings of light. As soon as we open to this reality, we are in touch with the energy, the light, and we have the power to break all boundaries, all bounds, and to become who we are, being free beings of light. As soon as we expand into this consciousness, we step out of the boundaries of being the slave of someone else. We step out of fear that someone can be a judge that say you're not good enough. So we can become free of allowing ourselves to be trapped in thinking that someone else knows what is good for us. As soon as we expand into this consciousness, we say, no, 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 no. I will no more obey to anybody but myself. I will allow the energy of the light to guide me into my full consciousness and to being who I am, a fantastic being, free of all this past miseries and lack of freedom and slaveries of any kind. I just open myself to be a free human being. As soon as you do that, all the dark forces that have tried to control you through many, many ways, through medicine, through drugs, through, well, you know this slavery. You have been in them for years and for lifetimes. So what is fantastic now is that you can say, this was a good experience. Thank you. I have learned how to suffer, how to be entrapped in conflicts and diseases and all these heavy, dark things. Now I can step out of it. It's enough for me to just release my emotion, release my fears. I let my fears go out. I let my anger go out. I let my sadness go out of me. And I breathe and I say, I am a human being. But I'm just more than a physical body. I am being of light. And as I allow this light to flow through me, I can say, finish time of slavery, misery, of being obedient to someone else. I can be the emperor. I can be the king of my life, the queen. I can be the one who is deciding at every moment what is good for me. And in this consciousness, because I'm connected with my inner light, what is good for me is good for everybody else. I am no more into a feeling that what's good for me, I have to take it for someone else's wars and taking conflicts and all that. Just all that is finished. I am free to choose what is good for me and good for everybody else. Because I am one with all human beings. And I'm oneness, this oneness with all human beings is not only oneness with human people. It is oneness with animals. Animals are my friends. I'm no more going to kill them and eat them. I am enjoying to play with them. The same with trees and plants and mineral kingdom. I am one with all manifestations of life, and this is oneness. I am guided by my inner spirits and energy to do what is good and right for me and for all human beings and for all manifestation of life. If you just go into that, suddenly a new world opens. You are no more trapped into suffering and thinking that you have to wait for someone else to happen and it will be better tomorrow, or when we will have a new president or someone like that, or well, I will win at the lottery. And no, you are just who you are, a divine being full of energy, happy, creating in his life and in the life of all other beings, creating harmony, joy, and happiness. This is the power we have. We are not powerless beings. We have a tremendous amount of power, and this power now we can put it in connection with the God force, with life, and create what is good for us and everybody else. If we go into this direction, we are capable of creating a society of happiness, abundance, free of wars and lack of this or that. All of that can be just put to an end. Because the dark forces that we are responsible for, we have given our power to them. We have allowed them to control us through fear. We have told them, please, I'm in fear. Tell me what to do. Oh, I will obey you because I feel so bad. And they have said, just obey me. What I want to do is you obey. And we have done that for a long time. Now, it's enough for to say, finished. My fears, I let them go. I let them flow out of me. And my angers and my sadness, let that go out of my body. Now, I connect with my higher self, with my body of light, and I say, I will follow my inner guidance and no more obey to anybody. If you do that, suddenly, it's like in Berlin, when enough people have said, we don't want anymore a wall, then the wall just was disintegrated because enough people were saying, no more wall. Now it's time to say no more walls, no more separation, no more division, no more countries, no more wars, no more all of that. Just freedom, happiness, sharing, love. If you just do that, you become the master of your life, and you are creating, with me and with all the people who are aware, a very wonderful life, a life of prosperity, happiness. And the dark forces, we don't fight them, we just let them disappear, exactly as the darkness of night disappears naturally when the sun is rising. And suddenly, there's light everywhere. That's the time of celebrating life and being free of all the dark forces of the past. Just rejoice, be happy, celebrate your unity with all forces. Feel the pleasure to be at the same time the totality of what is and one part of it, but a creative part of it that want to create happiness and joy and freedom and health, and that's it. Enjoy. And you will step with me into this laughter that say, wow, I am alive. I am an immortal, eternal being, and I have the capacity to create joy and happiness in my life and to expand that to all other living beings. Be happy.